Welcome. I'm currently in the city of Tustin at the Orange County Sheriff's Regional Training Academy. I will be guiding you through what to expect the day of your scheduled test. Let's start with where to park. You will be directed by dedicated parking lot staff as to where to park. We suggest arriving at least 30 minutes prior to the test start time. Please bring a photo ID and a number 2 pencil in order to check in. Leave all other belongings in your car. There will be plenty of downtime if you need to grab something out of your car at a later time. Once you have parked, you will make your way to the check-in table located at the front of the academy. Remember to have your photo ID out and a number 2 pencil. You will check in and be directed to the auditorium for the written test. Once everyone is seated, you will be given step-by-step instructions regarding how to fill out your Scantron and what to do when you are done with the written test. The test is a multiple-choice general knowledge test with no law enforcement experience needed in order to pass. When you are finished with the written portion of the test, you will have a chance to use the restroom or go to your car. This is where you will find out if you passed the written portion of the test. If you did not pass, we do not have a waiting period to reapply. Simply log on to our website and reapply when you get home. Once you hear your name, you will line back up at the double star doors to check back in. Please have your photo ID out. Our staff will direct you back into the auditorium to begin explaining how to fill out the pre-investigative interview packet. The pre-investigative interview is a set of questions related to your background, including employment history, criminal history, credit history, drug use, and driving record. Once you have completed your packet, you will sit down with one of our investigators who will review your history. Your investigator will determine if you have met our criteria to move on to the physical agility test. If you pass the pre-screen interview portion, you will be directed outside to line up for the physical agility course. You will line up under the awning between the pillars. You will be escorted in groups of 20 to each station. There are 3 components to the physical agility test. The first component of the test is push-ups. You will have 2 minutes to complete 30 consecutive push-ups. Here is what the evaluators are looking for. We need your chest to hit the sponge every single rep. Arms need to fully lock out at the top. You may shake out your arms one at a time, but once your knee touches the ground or your arms give out, you are disqualified. The second component of the physical agility test is sit-ups. You will have 2 minutes to complete 30 consecutive sit-ups. Here is what the evaluators are looking for. We need your arms crossed over your chest with hands grabbing your t-shirt. Your elbows need to break the plane of your knees on each up rep, with your head and shoulder blades touching the sand on each down rep. Keep in mind, you will have a partner holding your feet down. If you do not complete the 30 consecutive sit-ups, you will be disqualified. The final component of the physical agility test is the 1.5-mile run. This is done on a flat surface and needs to be completed within 14 minutes in order to pass. This completes the physical agility test and concludes the testing process for the day. If you do not complete all 3 components of the physical agility test, you do not pass and must reapply. Once you have passed the written test, the pre-screen interview, and physical agility test, you will move on to the next step in the process, the oral board interview. On it is the date, time, and location of where the oral board interview will take place. It will be in the Brad Gates building in the city of Santa Ana. If you are unfamiliar with this city, I recommend driving to the location the day before so you have an idea of where it will take place. You do not want to get lost the day of your interview and be late. We have numerous interviews every day and they are all scheduled back to back. If you are late for your interview, you run the risk of being disqualified. You will be parking on the 3rd floor or above in the parking structure. Make sure you bring some sort of payment method to pay for parking. The Brad Gates building is the building adjacent to the parking structure. Dress attire. Gentlemen, it is strongly recommended you wear a suit and tie. This includes a jacket. Avoid wearing loud, flamboyant colors. Black, dark blue, and/or gray suits are all acceptable colors. Wear dress shoes and have your hair and nails neatly trimmed. Deputies must be clean-shaven in our department. You are not required to shave, however, you want the panel to be able to envision a deputy uniform on you. If you look the part, it will go a long way. Leave the cologne at home. The interviews take place in an office setting, and dozens of applicants walking through with cologne can be overwhelming in that setting. Also, no piercings. Ladies, it is strongly recommended you wear a pantsuit. Dress conservatively with no low-cut shirts under the suit. Minimal makeup is acceptable, and hair should be slicked back in a high bun. Earrings are allowed, however, avoid the large hoop earrings. Stud earrings are recommended. Make sure nails are also nicely trimmed, and do not wear any loud, flamboyant nail polish colors. Nude colored or clear is fine. For shoes, flats are acceptable or shoes with a small heel. No stilettos and no facial piercings. Candidates will be interviewed and rated by a panel comprised of subject matter experts and civilian personnel. Each candidate's rating will be based on responses to a series of structured questions designed to elicit the candidate's qualifications for the position. Those who score high enough on the oral panel interview will be scheduled for a background interview with a background investigator. You will be allotted between 15 to 20 minutes for the oral board interview. This is the time to sell yourself. The panel doesn't know anything about you. They do not have your resume or your application. A lot of individuals do not enjoy speaking highly of themselves, but this is the time to do it. Just like any other interview, you can expect a question similar to, "What have you done to prepare?" Just about any life experience can be taken and explained as to how it has prepared you for this career. It is imperative that you go over what you are going to say prior to the interview. Interviews are extremely stressful, and it is difficult to think of things off the top of your head. Go into the interview knowing what you are going to say so that you can easily recall it. Also, make sure you go into the interview knowing what you are applying for. It is recommended that you do some research about the Orange County Sheriff's Department on our website,
ocsheriff.gov/join.
The panel knows the department's mission statement and core values. If you throw out keywords from either of these two, the panel is going to notice. It will show them that, hey, this person actually wants a career in law enforcement, more specifically with our department. Some of the questions the panel asks you can sometimes simply be answered with a yes or a no. However, you must elaborate. Remember, the panel doesn't know anything about you, so they need to understand your thought process. Explain why you would or would not do something in the situation given. Good luck.